Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. Here we are. Hello, my friend. Here we are. Hello, my friend. On another beautiful day of WINCMENC streaming. On another beautiful day of WINCMENC streaming. I'm still getting my shit together here. All right, there's my Facebook. Don't look at it. We have a guest for all of you today. And he's on the line here. I don't think he can hear me. I have no idea. I have no idea how this works. So I'm going to be attempting to figure this out while on stream here. But we're going to have a good time today. So, let me bring him in. I'm gonna ask him. We're very high quality here at WINCMENC. Very, very high quality indeed. And that's why we haven't been streaming the last week or so, because we're doing such a good job of handling our technology that most of it broke.
There we go.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right.
I hear you fine.
Let me bring you in here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Andy Levin. And if I had a little soundboard right now, I'd do the whole yeah. The crowd erupts. But yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself, Chief.
Oh wait, I can't hear you.
No! Shit!
I have you on the Twitch window, but it's echoing me.
Ah, okay. Fuck. Okay. Can I
have to get audio in the video window.
In the Ninja. Yeah. How do I do that?
Don't worry, we'll get it all hooked up.
Can I invite myself?
Bear with us, folks. We're having some technical difficulties.
That's how the stream works. It's just constant technical difficulties. Okay, is this working? Is this better?
Let me see.
We got audio.
Okay,
audio.
try it. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Check 1 2.
I cannot
join room with
your audio and video settings.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, it should be coming through my headphones.
Don't worry, I got lots of time. I'm gonna figure this out. I think I've got an alternative if this doesn't work. Their video and audio should now appear in your OBS. I don't want to admit this on stream, but I am using DeepSeek. Don't worry.
Thank you, friend citizen.
It's the Chinese one, so that's.
I still cannot hear you.
Fuck. Oh, what you do to me? Okay. Send your audio to the room. Send your audio. Okay, I should be able to include. Fuck, dude. Okay, how about now? Is that better?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I think I'm still hearing you on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, still hearing you on Twitch only.
What? Um. Okay, how about that? Did that work? Did that work?
Yes.
Yes! Oh my god. All right, were you there? We there?
Chat.
We're good? Check, check.
Chat. Okay, so on the Video Ninja, you need to set your video source to OBS Virtual Cam.
Okay. How audio settings, video setting. There we go. OBS. It says it's set to the OBS camera. OBS virtual
Interesting. I can't see you on my end, but as long as it's working, I've got Twitch open in the other window, and we're good to go. It's all good.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I guess I'll repitch this up here. So Andy, let our viewers and listeners here at the WINCMENC stream know what you're all about.
Well, hey, pleasure to be here. I'm Andy Levin. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Miles and I met on Facebook, I guess like 5 years ago, 6 years ago now.
Holy crap! Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, and we were both active in the Chapo shit
Absolutely.
posting communities on Facebook and having a blast with everybody. Had sort of a falling out a couple years ago in the aftermath of the October 7th attacks, but I've still got a tight group of people from that community still, close with them. So it's a pleasure to be here. And actually, in 2025, I got laid off from my work. I was displaced by the AI boom. And now that we're seeing this bubble inflate, I think this thing's about to go headlong and full tilt and headlong, I think is going to be the name of my show. As I start streaming now, this is my sort of debut hard launch on Twitch.
Hell yeah, and we're hyping each other up here. I think we're in a similar boat where we're just seeing the economy just turn into this. It's like folding in on itself. So, we got to keep each other sane and put the stuff out here so we don't, all get taken over by the robot overlords, I guess.
Exactly.
Now,
but to that end, I
yeah, go ahead.
I started thinking about my design, and I'm a graphic designer by trade, and I started my own company. How we sell merch and stuff. So the website for that is alliedtrades.co, and that's where I sell my merchandise, and I'll have like links to my streams and other stuff, I guess. But
be sure to send me all
that. It's supposed to be a co-op, but it's just me for now.
I know you sent me the links before.
Oh yeah, I'll send it in the chat.
Get the whole package, and I'll put it in the description after we're done here. Get this going here. But thank you for coming on, Andy. I'm glad we're able to do this, even though my streaming has been very despondent. I'm just trying to get the rules because I feel like every time I do this, I get my video taken down because of this or that. So, we're all working.
Yeah, what was the issue with that? I saw you posting in the Facebook group, the Kirkland group, that you got your video demonetized, or was it completely taken down? What was the deal?
The video was blocked entirely. Yeah. So, it was just reacting to the fucking Jon Stewart thing. So I'm still like figuring out like what I can and can't do. So I've decided like I'll take this channel specifically and like only follow like straight up news, like not any entertainment stuff, I guess, because I don't want whatever Viacom or whatever horrible conglomerate is now in control of everything coming after me. But yeah, it just sucks because I feel like I see other people react to this shit, and then I'm
Right.
you know,
What gives them a
you
pass?
know, they get
That
30,000
APAC money, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, exactly. APAC Piker. Please react to everything.
We love Hassan in this community.
Yeah.
I was before you called. I was just doing. I was just watching the Central Committee stream, and that's where I get a lot of my news these days. That and between my social media habit is it's pretty terrible.
No, I totally get it. Central Committee's great. That's Mike from PA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times. Yeah.
And he's actually what inspired me to join the Baltimore DSA. And
Really?
there I've been, helping out with the Maryland Right to Strike campaign with the design of that. And I mean, those literature materials and the Apartheid Free Baltimore campaign, where we're trying to get businesses to boycott, divest, or so forth with Israel.
That's awesome. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you more about specifically like what are the goals of like Baltimore DSA specifically? Like, what are you hearing from people you're working with over there? I know people in Lansing and Detroit DSA over here, both great groups of people. But you know, there's inner drama everywhere, and not that I want to put that all out there, but I just, you know, different DSAs are definitely focusing on different things depending on what your region is, you know, going through currently.
Very, very little drama.
That's
I mean,
great. That's really good to hear.
those days of like all the concern trolling of the
Yes.
meetings, I'm sure you saw on like YouTube or whatever, back when like DSA was like starting to have its moment. There was a lot of more liberally minded folks who were getting involved in it, and I think those. I think a lot of people come from that sort of headspace where you still have like some of the inklings of defending capital and this exploitative system we find ourselves living under. And those counter revolutionary views have mostly been tamped out, and now that the national is expressly forbidding Zionist viewpoints from the party is a big step in the right direction, the correct direction.
Absolutely.
Left is right, right is wrong.
Yep. I mean, Zionism, we know that it's a fascist ideology, and you know, it's interesting because you're saying, you know, maybe some of your contacts fell off after October 7th, and it's like, it's always been interesting to me that there have been a group, a group of progressives that were progressive except for Israel, and that really just like never made any sense to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're going to stamp it out of the Democratic Party, as you know, I would hope we, you know, would want for either major party in America, you know, it's got to happen at the DSA level as well. So that's really great to hear.
Well, like to that end, that that fucking rat Seth Moulton has returned his APAC contributions and vows never to take APAC money again. And
Wow.
because the permission structure now has shifted to such a degree, it really, I think that the dominoes are falling faster and faster now.
Absolutely.
You can see the sands shifting in real time, is how I've said this. The hourglass, is is circular. So we'll eventually get there and free Palestine.
Absolutely.
Freedom for all.
It's interesting how we're seeing it play out almost at like every level in our politics. And I know over here in Michigan, you know, we have a notoriously large Muslim population, but our Democratic Party has been very slow to be critical of AIPAC. And we have a Senate race right now between Dr. Abdul El Sayed and Haley Stevens, And then there's a couple other people who've thrown their hat into that race, who are people who were very tepid liberals historically, but are now um, calling what Israel has done a genocide, criticizing AIPAC money. I'm thinking like our lieutenant governor here, Garland Gilchrist, just said every Democrat should never take any money from AIPAC. And as our lieutenant governor, he's been pretty. I mean, our state government's been pretty tepid, so it's exciting to see.
That's fantastic, though.
It is exciting to see. Unfortunately, the person who's raised the most money in our Senate race right now, I think, is still Haley Stevens, and she is bankrolled by AIPAC. So we need to defeat her and get her the out of here, because we don't need another Alyssa Slotkin in our Senate.
So I'm really proud of our senator, Chris Van Hollen. Not so much Angela Alsobrooks. She's been awfully silent and still repeating a lot of the same disproven charges that were disproven shortly after the October 7th attacks, actually. And it's a shame. It's reprehensible that they're repeating this slop.
Well, you'd think, like, I mean, just at this point, you'd be thinking, like, even for their own careers, like, yeah, they're not even thinking, like, 2-3 years down the line here. I mean, all their seats are in jeopardy, as far as I'm concerned, if they're
no, and it's part of the myopic. Yeah, it's part of the myopic 4 years at a time kind of cycle that we find ourselves in here in America, where it's everything is superseded by short-term gains, and those short-term gains are short-sighted and myopic, in my view. I really disagree with a lot of domestic policy that and foreign policy to for that matter.
Absolutely. Well, it's interesting that the short-sightedness of capital itself has completely embedded itself within our democracy. I mean, it's all about quarters now, even and as we're talking about a democracy and what we're building for generations to come, it's quarters. Like, I'm just saying, other countries aren't, specifically China, are not looking at the world in quarters. Like, but yeah. So have you been organizing for any campaigns currently, or I don't know if there's any, like, special elections going on in Maryland right now, or?
There are no. I'm having trouble finding work, as you know, from the AI and stuff. But there's plenty of volunteer work.
Always is, isn't there?
Yeah. There's not really a whole lot of money in this side of politics, but we're not a poverty cult. We're trying to grind this out and get our money up and help affect positive change in the world, as opposed to raking people over the coals for a living, like ICE agents, locking people up and degrading them.
How has ICE activity been over there?
Fairly quiet, honestly. We've got a hardline group of folks around that are keeping an eye on things, and I don't think that the activity here has been terribly severe. It's not been sensationalized as it has, certainly, in the news media, and maybe that is a problem. There's a big fight currently with our local paper, The Sun, being taken over by Sinclair Group.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yep. Jesus Christ. Sinclair's just gobbling up everything.
Yeah, and so so there's a petition being circulated to save The Sun. And it seems like there's attacks and crackdowns on all fronts these days. But we got to take it one day at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day. All those sorts of cliches apply.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm assuming the Sun. So the Sun's based in Baltimore. Okay.
That's right.
There's no
But
like.
here we've got a great tradition of like cooperative businesses, and like there's a lot of class solidarity here in Baltimore. I feel
Well, I was just thinking.
to that end, we've already got.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Go
to
ahead.
that we've already got over 3,500 signees on our petition to overturn the strike ban here for
Oh
public
wow.
workers. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, I assume there's probably not a ton of Republicans in state or like municipal governments there. I mean, it just doesn't seem like a very red state at any level.
We have a blue veneer for
Yeah.
sure,
Well, I
but
don't. Yeah, I'm
there's
not saying
some.
like your Democrats are very progressive people because historically
Yeah,
I don't think they have been, but it does seem to be very like at least dominated by like the infrastructure of the Democratic Party.
yeah, for sure. I think that's a very yeah, that's a correct view of
Yeah, I
things.
wouldn't say we necessarily have that like in my state. It being a purple state, it's like up in the air everywhere. Everywhere you go feels like a different country almost. So,
Yeah,
you're in Detroit, and then you're 5 miles out of Detroit, and then it's Magaland. So it's interesting.
and certainly like we feel for those people too because they've been let down, same as us. It's just that they have the wrong analysis and suffer from a false reality they're laboring under. It's really a shame. Education is just a dearth in this land.
Yeah, and to that end, I do think like as horrible and as many bad politicians come out of both the Republican and Democratic Party out of Michigan, through our purpleness, we do somehow get some of the best Democrats I think we have in the country. Like Rashida Tlaib is, just a gem. She's and Dr. Abdul Al Sayed, God hoping he wins, would be. It's just nice having some left, Muslim representation in a state that has a lot of that, just not politically represented. So, and in a country that's increasingly becoming both of those things.
Yeah, what I need to do more reading on the subject, but there are a striking number of parallels in the teachings of Islam and of Marx. I believe I'm led to believe.
Yeah.
I certainly need to do a lot more reading on the subject, and that's something that I struggle with is maintaining focus on any. I've got a number of books just lying here to my side, and yeah, there's I get to like halfway through and I lose focus.
Oh, totally.
It's a curse.
I've had a really hard time with my focus, like last 10 years in general, but this last year I've really like taken the. I don't know. I'm just like I'm really just gonna lock in and get through like material so I know what the fuck I'm talking about if I'm gonna come online and act like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I've done a pretty good job.
That's the operative word. Lock in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the operative word.
Well, and what else is there to do under the Trump administration and in this AI world that we're living in right now? We gotta lock the fuck in.
Yeah, I mean we've been locked out for far too long.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Exactly, and I was having a conversation with someone on Facebook the other day about. Well, they asked me. I publicly said to a boomer that I have faith in the younger politicians in the Democratic Party. I put a picture of like AOC and Zoran together, and it was more or less just to like get a boomer off my back. But someone was like, "You have faith in AOC," and it's like, I mean, I want to. I want to have faith in her, but it's tough when we see the corrosive capabilities of capital, and she's not been exactly what we want and everything. But I also think it's unfair to expect everything of everyone. So I don't know.
You're right. Extend grace to those who are still in our vicinity. But anyone who are like it could be just a matter of AOC politicking. I do think that Nancy Pelosi, I did think at one time, Nancy Pelosi might have gotten her hooks into AOC and started, controlling her like a puppet. But no, I think that AOC's um, remained pretty steadfast in her approach, and I used to say that Elizabeth Warren is a stalwart progressive, but then she railroaded Bernie, and so
2020 was quite the revelation there, wasn't
yeah,
it? God.
right. But no, I still do count Elizabeth Warren as a fickle friend, maybe a frenemy of mine.
Yeah. She should be our most rightward flank, in a perfect world, right?
Exactly. In a perfect world, that she would be a Republican, and we'd have Zoran, may a thousand flowers bloom. As far as I'm concerned, that fucking debate last night.
Oh yeah,
did you see that?
Let's get into it. Yeah. You know what I will say is, Curtis knows how to take the energy out of the room. Like,
oh God, yeah, he's like sawdust, man.
He was just a vacuum. Like someone, it's funny. I feel like there were multiple times like Andrew Cuomo would get asked a question, and then Sliwa just took it as his own and went off. And
you know what it was? Zoran is Nick. Sliwa is Adam.
Yes.
And Cuomo is still at Cuomo. Because I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna shoehorn Stav into that role. No way, no fucking way. But yeah. Sliwa's Adam for sure. Yeah, Cuomo stands alone as a son of a bitch who's not worth salt.
Yeah, it's funny they let him on stage. I didn't think they would. I mean, I don't know what you have to pull at, but it's always like they don't let third-party people on any of these debates. But if someone subverts the democratic expectations, then you gotta let everyone that's supposed to be there on.
Yeah. Yeah, it really takes a special kind of candidate, one who has nepotism built in and got his first job on his daddy's back. So, kind of like Trump, he's a blowhard with no fucking sense.
Well, I thought it was funny or interesting that when they were asked, some stupid questions at the end, especially, but like the. I thought it was interesting that both Zoran and Andrew Cuomo listed his name escapes me. The socialist Republican mayor, is it LaGuardia? Is that his name? As their
Yeah.
Who was openly a socialist and also a Republican. So I don't understand what Cuomo takes out of that administration as this is inspiring to me and something I want to do, because Cuomo doesn't build things. He doesn't he has no socialist inkling or populist inkling to any degree. I mean, his biggest claim to fame at this point is just being a predator. I mean, having a family daddy and then being a predator. And I mean, it's hard for me not to just think about those old Cumtown Andrew Cuomo bits, because that's all
for sure. Yeah.
When I hear him talk, I'm gay. And it's just sort of wild. It's wild that he could have a career. What does it say about any of our system and at any level that we can have such a shamed person who already
Well, it's a symptom of the system. I'll say the system they built for us. Yeah, major F on the audio. I was trying to talk through it, but can you hear me okay? Oh no. How about now? Can you hear me? Major F. Major. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? You're Andy, not Miles. Miles, you're effing real bad. Oh no. No audio. No audio. You gotta fix it in video. Go back to the previous setting. You had video.